I'm going to go through my family's top 10 Usborne books. This first one is Fast and Furry Racers, The Silver Serpent Cup. And basically in this book you have all these different types of vehicles, your air, your land, and your water vehicles, and they're all racing to get to the finish line first. And there's a villain in the story, and of course you can't let the villain win, so there's an unexpected surprise at the end. And my kids just feel very inspired by this book because there's so many different types of vehicles, and it makes them think about what type of vehicle they would want and what type of vehicle they might invent. And the text in the book is very well written. It's a nice, smooth, rhyming text, and I don't know, they just do such a good job with this book. I hope eventually they come out with another one because my boys love it so much. The next one is Nibbles the Book Monster, and this is another super cute book about Nibbles the monster, and he nibbles his way throughout different stories, and there's different holes throughout the book. And he nibbles his way through familiar stories like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Little Red Riding Hood, and Jack and the Beanstalk. So just a fun story about trying to catch Nibbles, but in the end, of course, he ends up escaping and nibbling his way out of your book. So just a really fun story that my kids really enjoy listening to. The next one I'm going to show you is drawing, doodling, and coloring, and this particular one is my favorite, but I don't know, I think Usborne's activity books are so well done. They're very creative and they really inspire you. This book I actually use, and my husband uses it as well. We just sit on the couch and we kind of doodle in it together. It really inspires you to come up with different ideas, and I don't know, it's just a fun way to get creative and relax a little bit. And you just can't go wrong with Usborne's activity books. They're just so well made and really spark some good creativity. The next book I'm going to show you is You Choose, and I cannot sing the praises of this book enough. Basically, it asks questions at the top of every page. If you could go anywhere, where would you go? Who would you like for family and friends? So you use all of these amazing pictures to come up with what you would want and what you dream about, and it really is a great way for kids to work on decision making or to practice their speech and language skills, or just a good book where you can just cuddle up as a family and talk. You know, what are they into? What's interesting to them? You know, why might they choose the thing that they chose? Like, it's just a really great book with so many possibilities, and it's so open-ended where I think it's good for so many different ages. The next book I'm going to show you is Wipe Clean First Letters, and I actually really like all the Wipe Clean books, and this particular one practices letters, and you write in the book with a dry erase marker and it easily erases, and it's just a fun way for the kids to practice their handwriting, practicing writing their letters. We have some that practice math facts. We even have just fun ones for mazes, and I think this kind of makes it more fun. Instead of having to sit down and do a worksheet, you've got this dry erase book, and it's also great because you can practice it again and again and again, and a bit better for the environment. Another one of our favorites are pretty much all the sticker books, but what I love about Usborne sticker books is it's more than just a sticker book. You know, they have text in it where so many of the sticker books are teaching you things. This particular one is teaching you about dinosaurs, and you know, the stickers are pretty high quality, and sometimes we even use the stickers to write in a journal, and we write stories about you know, maybe the dinosaurs or whatever the topic might be. So I just really love the sticker books, and my kids really enjoy them. Great if you're going on a car trip or a plane trip somewhere. You also can't go wrong with Usborne's That's Not My series. this one is my favorite. It's That's Not My Snowman, and I just love all the pictures and textures in these. This is the type of book that you buy when you have a newborn child or a toddler, and it just grows with them for a while. And, by the time they get, 4 or 5, they're starting to read the book on their own, and the textures and the pictures are just so cute. And there's so many different topics to choose from where you can really match somebody's interest or theme for a nursery. But yeah, we love our That's Not My books. Another one of our family favorites is Look Inside an Airport, and I think partially why this one is our favorite is because we love to travel, but this one also has like flaps inside of flaps, and it teaches you, the different things that you might see at an airport. And I also love how this book is a little bit smaller than the other Lift the Flap books, like the See Inside books. And so this fits inside a backpack when we are traveling and going on a plane. And I don't know, it's just kind of exciting for them. And, even if you're not into traveling or planes, there's so many other Look Inside books that might spark your child's interest. But this one is our particular favorite. The next book I'm going to show you is one of Usborne's illustrated stories, and I love Usborne's illustrated books, and this one is my favorite, and I think it's just because I'm such a huge fan of classic stories. But they have Sleeping Beauty, Beauty and the Beast, and then some other classic ones that I hadn't even heard of before reading this. But they just do a really nice job with the pictures. The stories are really well written with great vocabulary in it, but it's not a really long retelling of it. So my son, as young as 2 years old, would sit through these stories and listen to them. But now as a 6-year-old, he enjoys it. And even as he gets older and learns how to read independently, this book is definitely one that can grow with them, whether they're listening to it being read to them or they're reading it on their own. And the last book I'm going to show you is Big Book of Little Stories. And this is, it's like put it beside your bed and read it every night for a bedtime story. The stories are nice and short, so if you're running late and you just need to get your kids to bed, the stories really aren't that long. And the pictures are really cute and so well done. One of my favorite stories in here is The 3 Little Pigs. And in the 3 Little Pigs story, it's just a little bit different than the typical 3 Little Pigs because the wolf is, in the whole story following the 3 Little Pigs. Here it is. As they're making their house. So there's the wolf. He's on every page as the pigs are making their houses, and he keeps getting hurt, and by the end of the story, so here he is, he just got hurt and he's got a sling on his arm, and here he is going up to the houses. He's hurt now because he's been following them along and getting hurt on their supplies. So I don't know, it's just a really fun retelling. They have the gingerbread man. So a lot of great classics, and then some of the stories that you haven't heard before. And here's Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. So I don't know, it's a perfect book. It's a great gift book, if you're looking for something special for somebody. It's, one of our favorites, and we read it over and over again, and it's one that will stay in your family for a long time.